Hello and welcome to another CAD clip on AutoCAD 2007 3D. In this lesson we're talking about the motion picture animation stuff, which is really exciting, and we can see lots of use for that right away. And so we'll go in there by clicking on our view menu here and going down to motion picture animations, and you can see there's dots after it, which means a dialog box is going to come up, and inside of there we can specify, really you can see there's the camera information, there's the target information, okay, animation settings, frame rate, duration, etc. The first thing I usually do is bump this up to be about 30 seconds, and then you'll see that this one adapts number of frames based on frame rates per second. And if you know a little bit about video, you can start to play with these numbers. The main thing is I'm going to go camera, link camera to, I can either give a point with a moving target, or I can have a moving camera with a static target, or a moving target, or moving path, or we can say none. So we can play with, basically, as we create this animation, there's the camera and there's the target and how they're going to behave. So I'm going to say link camera to the path, pick point. I'm just going to pick that circle and I'm going to hit OK. Then I'm going to say target link to target to point and hit OK. And I'm just going to say pick a point. Oh, what happened? Point here. And then pick a point just in the middle and hit OK. And then after I do that, I'm going to do my path again because it lost that information. We get a name and we can record these and use them. And then we can do a preview. Okay, and it's going to show us a preview of that. Now that didn't look like I saw it very much, so let's hit cancel on that. And let's do target point again. I'm going to use pick point, and I'm going to make sure I snap to something like that. Okay, then I'm going to do a preview, and it goes by really fast, and that's because this got reset. So I'm going to reset that back to make it a 30-second video preview, and you can see the camera over here, just like at the racetrack, the camera moving along and showing us all that information. It just so happens that I'm using a circle as my camera point, and then I can hit escape anytime. And then if I hit OK, I can save that as a WMV file, which is how all my videos are made. And then you can also I think that's your only option. I was thinking you could save as an AVI, but in this animation it's only WMVs. When we do our fly and walk lessons later and we record, we do have a different choice. So I can go in there and save that, and then I can save that file, and it's going to go out and it's going to create that file for me. And you have to be careful because, of course, some of these files end up being really big. So I can go through that process. And then we're just kind of skipped ahead here, almost at our 900 frames, and then after that's done, we can take that file and send it out to a client or use it for whatever purposes we wanted to do to create that animation for. But the thing is, it's a file now, and it's on our hard drive, or we can put it on the network or wherever we want, and use that that animation file. And the other thing I should notice is that I should note shift middle mouse button is, notice where that circle is. It's not sitting flat on the ground, right? Because otherwise, it'll end up being, your camera view needs to get up a little bit. So I'm just going to go back to my top view. You can also use a polyline. I'm just going to type, PL and draw a polyline. I could make this go wherever I want around. Okay, I'm going to erase the circle. And now I'm going to go to my front view, and I'm going to take that polyline, I'm going to say move, and I'm going to move that up a little bit. Go back to my 3D view. Okay, now I can go back to my view and motion picture, and I'm going to say link camera to path and pick on this object, hit OK, and then I'm going to say, target is also a path, which is the same object. Hit OK, and then do a preview, and then I'm going to go through, and you're going to see the camera kind of follow along there, okay, as you please. I'm just going to hit cancel on that. Maybe I'll make that a 10-second video instead. Do a preview. It's going to go through, all around there. And of course we have our different display types that we can view this in: current view or 3D wireframe, or realistic view, whatever we want inside of that preview. And again, if we hit OK, then we can save that out as its own file, etc. Okay, so we have that, and I would just say it's a matter of just going in and playing with some of these settings and targets and paths and stuff like that. Different people have different applications for creating these animated motion pictures. Oh, and one last thing inside of here I wanted just to look at. You can reverse this if you want, and it'll reverse so the camera will go backwards. And then we have corner deceleration, which means that as it goes around the corner, it will decelerate nominally so that it doesn't make it so sharp. So some extra couple settings, and of course we can pick our resolution off of there. And there we can, oh look, we can change our AVI, MPEG, and WMV formats. And then we have our display that we can put in there as well.